I'm Oskar.
And I'm Dan.
And today we're in
Bangkok, Thailand.
Guys, we know you've all been waiting for it. Sawadee krap! After tons of visits to Thailand, it's finally time to rate Bangkok as a place to live. Today, we're gonna show you some of our favorite and least favorite things about this city, and in the end, we'll share our final score and how Bangkok stacks up against the other places we ranked so far.
So guys, we're sitting here enjoying some delicious Thai food. One of the many reasons we love coming back to Bangkok so often. Would it potentially be a place to move to though?
I mean, I would move somewhere just for the food, so it's more a question for him.
Let's find out in this video.
So unlike quite a few of the places we have rated so far to live, we have actually been in Bangkok so much. We're approaching our 30th time in Thailand. We know we love Bangkok, so we're going a bit deeper here by trying things like healthcare. So I'm gonna go to a private hospital, a very well-known private hospital, to see a dermatologist about some moles and having those removed. So let's see how this goes. I'm so intrigued.
We're Oskar and Dan, two guys who met in high school and spent the past 8 years exploring over 100 countries. Now, after years of being nomads, we're looking for the perfect place to settle down, rating some of our favorite places around the world to find our future long-term home, showing you what life is like in each one.
So it's a $1.50 BTS ride for both of us, 75 cents each to go 2 stops on the metro. So affordability is just next level. I mean, obviously it's only...
It's so affordable, he just threw his ticket on the ground.
Yeah, obviously it's only 2 stops, but we'll beat traffic.
I wouldn't want to contribute to Bangkok traffic. That is a bit of a drawback,
Yeah.
I'd say.
Oh no, not McDonald's in the hospital.
Great.
This is pretty cool. It's like a whole hospital district. It was easy to find our building and we could walk here.
Bangkok is so well known for its quality healthcare, aesthetic care, just any sort of doctor work in general.
And when I say that, I mean it. Thailand is one of the leading countries in the world for medical tourism, with an estimated 3 million foreign visitors coming to the country for medical reasons last year. Affordability is obviously a huge factor, with savings between 50 to 80% in many cases, but Thailand's best hospitals also have some of the most advanced technology in the world, along with English-speaking and, because they're Thai, super friendly and hospitable doctors and staff.
So, how was it?
My goodness, I am over the moon because that was unreal how good that doctor was. I mean, to be fair, it's not cheap. The whole visit was $160 without insurance. Obviously, that includes a cortisone. Wait, cortisone? I think so. A steroid injection. He was very, very honest and helpful. His name is Dr. Neom T. We'll put it on the screen here, but basically, he really took his time to list all potential side effects. Like, it didn't feel like you were a number or something to check off. They don't actually tell him the price of the different treatments, and I assume that's so that it won't affect him wanting to recommend it.
Affect his care.
I assume he doesn't like earn a commission, or he doesn't earn based on what he does. But we've been to so many doctors in different countries over the years where you just feel like it's only about the money. It's seeing you as fast as possible.
And then there's the opposite, which is what we're used to in Sweden, where, you know, they just try to use as little resources as possible just because it's public healthcare.
Yeah. So this was a great balance. We were in and out in 50 minutes, 5-0, which I think was quite decent. And he was so nice. Like, he was giving the most lovely, like, grandpa vibes on us.
Also, another amazing side note, is that all over that hospital, there were so many mentions of like LGBTQ friendly parts of the clinic, which is just so amazing to see. And I think something we love so much about Bangkok, specifically Thailand in general, is just how natural inclusivity and acceptance is here in a way, much more sort of natural than I feel like it is in the West, where it's obviously more of a recent phenomenon. But here, queer people have always kind of existed as part of society, and they haven't been shunned in the same way as they've been in most other parts of the world, which I think is just amazing. Okay, I'd say the top 3 biggest drawbacks for us with Bangkok: traffic, air pollution, and the lack of greenery. But it's really nice to see that they're taking initiatives to put more greenery on these sort of elevated walkways, at least, because I don't think when we originally came to Bangkok like 10 years ago-ish, that's crazy, that's been that long, but yeah, I don't think they had things like this to this extent back then, so that's a nice development to see.
We're heading to one of our favorite malls in Bangkok for lunch, M-Sphere. They have this incredible place called V Street, so we're gonna eat there, and then we're gonna go to IKEA, because we've never been to Bangkok IKEA. That's important if we're gonna live somewhere.
You know, we always gotta check out the Swedish embassy, the real Swedish embassy in any place that we're checking out to live, you know?
Leave it here?
Thank you.
Is this open?
Oh yes, ma'am. I'll open for you. I'm sorry, sir.
Thank you. I think if we could live like right on top of this food court, we
Yeah.
would.
We would. So we have som tam papaya salad, which is one of the best things on it. We have tom yum noodles, and we have boat noodles?
Drunken boat noodles.
Drunken boat noodles, which I don't think we've ever had before. And they're playing Kim Petras, which already gives them a higher rating.
It's like,
I'm gonna cry. The amount of flavor, something that looks so simple, is unbelievable.
so I remember like quite literally breaking down into tears last time I had this because it was so good. It was like the best thing I'd ever had. I would say, without exaggeration, I'm literally in ecstasy right now.
I've never felt happier.
So this food court in M-Sphere is quite likely our favorite food court in the world. It's relatively new, I think just a few years old, but like the variety of stuff you can get here and just how nice it feels. Like it's like an elevated food court. It has all the amazing parts of what a Thai food court is usually like, but it's just slightly, elevated or kind of polished. And of course, dessert. We have one mango sticky rice to share and a namkang sai to share.
Yeah, the thing is that it's mango season, so normally we even prefer this these days, namkang sai. But I'm concerned, we're gonna share one today, but the problem is that if we moved here, I predict we'll gain 50 kilos in 6 months. So we need to be careful.
Like 6 weeks.
Yeah, this is those dessert buffets you'll see around food courts in Thailand. It looks scary, but it's worth the scariness.
It's like quite literally the best dessert in the world.
It is.
Also, whatever twink is in charge of the music playlist in here is doing a terrific job because it's gay anthem after gay anthem after gay anthem.
You are serving.
And just as we said that, Robin comes on. I mean, hello, what more can you ask for? Whoa.
We literally just came out of the elevator straight into IKEA.
So in IKEA, I was gonna say, so in Sweden, IKEA is like the cheapest of the cheapest you can possibly find. So you always come here kind of like when you get your first apartment, you buy pretty much everything at IKEA because it's just the most affordable place. But we know that in many other countries, for some reason, they've managed to like upmarket it a little bit or like market it as something slightly more premium or imported.
But it's also in countries that have high import taxes, like Thailand. I think that raises the price a lot. And here, something being Swedish, I think is like, oh, it's premium.
The thing is just that for us, if the prices are like double what it would be like in Sweden, it's just never worth it for us to buy things at IKEA abroad.
IKEA is cheap, okay quality stuff.
Yeah.
it's not the stuff you want to pay a premium for.
No, exactly. Still, it's just nice to like be able to feel like we can get a tiny slice of Sweden wherever in the world we are. So we're very lucky to have IKEA pretty much anywhere we go around the world, to be honest.
So this is like a very popular couch in Sweden because you can change the covers. This is 11,000, which actually I don't think is that bad for a couch, right? I'm sure this doesn't cost much more than in Sweden. It's classic, it's comfortable. I love how like here in Bangkok, we're literally like looking at furniture and trying hospitals. And in other places, we're like, do we like it?
Okay, this is so unrelated to what this video is about, but just because we're at IKEA, I know that a lot of people always ask us like, what do all these random Swedish names mean, all the products? So it can range between many different things. Like obviously this one is called Alex. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure out what that means, but Lennart is another common Swedish name. It's like the Swedish version of Leonard. Then we have things like this, Drotten, which quite literally doesn't mean anything. It just sounds like a Swedish word. The desk is called Utmaning, which means challenge. This thing is called Brännboll, which means burn ball, which is basically like a Swedish kid's version of baseball. A lot of words will be like place names in Sweden. Björkåsen literally just sounds like a place name, but it literally would translate to like birch hill, kind of. But this is the most random word ever. Bollsidan literally means like ball side. So, you know.
Also, how interesting is this? Never seen a single person height adjustable desk at IKEA before, I guess because in Bangkok, people live in smaller spaces similar to a lot of Asia. So this is amazing. You can get a tiny adjustable desk.
It's even slantable. Look at that.
It's slantable.
Slantable. Oh my god, this is so cute. This display room is a gay room. So cute. And of course, we can't come into IKEA without finding the iconic jungle skog, whereas it's actually pronounced Jungerskog.
Do you watch Jet Lag? Then you'll know what we mean. Jet Lag the game. Imagine if you're like a child and this is bigger than you and you can cuddle with it.
Like,
That's amazing.
oh, just hugging this.
It is 1,000 baht, but
It feels so. It's 1,000.
yeah, but it's a lot of materials.
It's a lot of material. It's a lot. There's a lot to hug. There's a lot to love.
Okay, so this is actually the most important part, of course, because we need to make sure we can get our Swedish vegan meatballs, and I see them. No way, they have the whole ready-made dish. Oh my god, this is crazy. Plant-based crispy meat. IKEA in Thailand is lit. These are... Do they have mustard? That's important. Swedish mustard. I don't see Swedish mustard. Somebody call 911. This mall in Cartier a lot of times, mainly to eat, but we never realized that they have multiple floors that are just like kid stuff. Kids learning in different ways, math school, music school,
Gyms.
coordination. Yeah, it's amazing.
This is really awesome.
They'll even teach you Chinese.
They have a bunch of these schools and they have like math. I mean, I don't think we're going to put our kids in math school, like
No,
outside of school,
Chinese is
but
cooler.
Chinese, sure. One of the unbeatable things about Bangkok, of course, is that every single condo, pretty much, that we would look at staying in has a pool and gym.
Yeah.
And on top of that, like there's so many other amenities, like a kids playroom here, there's a sauna, I think, there's all types of stuff.
Yeah.
And this is not even like a very high-end place.
One thing that's so interesting about this time of year, I don't know if we have changed or if the temperature is just so reasonable here in the summer because it's July. We're not even hot. Like we used to come to Thailand and every time we used to feel like we were dying from the heat. And now all of a sudden we're like, this is pleasant. It could be that it's rainy season and it's a bit cooler. Yeah, maybe
But
we're
also
sounding stupid right now, but this is really not
I
bad.
think one thing that helps is it's a bit more cloudy this season, so
Yeah.
it's not as sunny, which makes it feel less hot.
One thing I do worry about, let me take these off because I feel like it's unpleasant to wear those all the time in videos, but one thing I really worry about is that we love Thailand and Thai culture and Thai people so much that by moving here, I hope that it doesn't lose its magic and that it just feels like, you know, our normal home, because you kind of bring your own reality with you, your own everyday with you wherever you go. And I really wouldn't want for Thailand to lose that incredible energy and effect it has on us, where we come here and we become so happy and positive and nice. If you live here, and if you've moved here from abroad, please let us know how that went for you and if you were able to sustain it.
So this is really cool because we're in Terminal 21 right now, which is has become sort of one of the most, I guess, iconic malls in Bangkok, but it wasn't always that way. And we just recently published a vault vlog. Our vault vlogs are from the beginning of 2020, vlogs that we never ended up posting because of the pandemic. We just posted a vlog from when we first found this place 5 years ago, and now we're here. Okay, and just a line out, food in.
We used to come to this food court all the time. It is one of the cheapest places to eat in Bangkok. It has very tasty food, but it does get a bit busy, so that's the drawback. Right now we're here at opening, so it's not too bad. Hands down the best vegan pizza we've had in all of Asia.
So good. Thai food is of course amazing. It's one of our favorite cuisines in the whole world. We usually rank it second after Mexican. But the truth is that if we live somewhere, we cannot have the local food or the local cuisine every day. I mean, when we're in Sweden, we probably have like real Swedish food tops once a month. That's not a way to live. For us, we really need to have like a cosmopolitan place where there's tons of different cuisines from all around the world. And Bangkok is insane in that regard as well. I feel like it just keeps getting better. It's also increasingly vegan friendly. Right now, like we are shocked. Like the past maybe 2 times that we've come to Thailand, it's wild how vegan friendly Bangkok has become. And even vegan desserts, pistachio butter cookie. Just like that, we almost got caught in a storm. It started getting so windy and the rain is coming down.
The tropics.
Thankfully, we weren't far from home. Our pool is literally flooded. That is crazy. Okay, so one thing we do a lot of while in Bangkok is taking care of our temple, taking care of our bodies, taking care of the outside. We went to a spa the other day. It was really nice. We had an amazing facial. Now we're heading for a little haircut. Big reveal.
We came here to the Plunchit Market Fashion to reveal our fashion haircuts. Look at Oscar's styling.
Yours too. I mean, we're definitely going for curls today.
Yeah, it was
But they went
900 baht, right,
Yeah.
per person.
For a very fancy salon.
Yeah, 2 washes and treatments. We'll see. Like, it will be fun if we moved here to find your go-to place, because we've never really had that.
We've never had like your go-to anything.
Yeah.
Which is sad.
Very sad. So another thing we love about Bangkok is all the little markets with different pop-ups and different artisanal products. There's so many things that are made here in Bangkok or in Thailand
So
that
many
are
local, like small mom and pop shop kind of things.
It's so fun. And the thing is that this is like what a lot of visitors would think of as a night market. But now we're here during the day. It's not at all as crowded as a night market.
Yeah.
It's better in every way also because it's on our schedule, because we want to be not outside after 8 p.m.
Yeah. By the way, we're underneath the highway right now. So here, highway meets the ground again. As we mentioned, one of our biggest sort of hesitations about Bangkok is the lack of green space. So now we're heading to one of the parks we've never actually been to in Bangkok before, Benchakiti Park. We've been to a few of the others like Queen's Park, Lumpini Park, but never this one. We need to figure out how we can get our green space fix if we were to actually move here. Okay, first of all, I must say I really like this park because it feels more natural, I guess. I mean, it's definitely man-made, but they've tried to make it feel more like you're actually in a real spot in nature. And then here along this road, they have all these different courts. They have a tennis court, they have a badminton court, they have volleyball courts, all that kind of stuff. So Alright, the moment we've all been waiting for. Since we've made so many videos from Bangkok before, we didn't want to dwell too much on just walking around the city and exploring this time, and rather we'd spend a little more time on our actual scores.
What I have actually never thought about until now is that it would be so interesting the place we end up moving to, because you're gonna see this score is quite good. So it would be interesting to re-rank it, like to do a video after like 6 months, a year, to see how that changed wherever we move. So for Bangkok, we have given the first category weather 6 out of 10, mainly because of the bad air, which you consider as part of weather. Obviously, it's like a bit too hot many times a year to be pleasant. I think it's still above average, you know, in terms of there's a lot of sun.
Yeah, and even when it's not completely sunny, it doesn't have that like depressing overcast feel that we feel like you usually get in like Northern Europe. Even if it's cloudy outside, it doesn't feel like, oh, it's so gray and dreary, you know?
And the days are never super
Too short. Yeah, exactly. Good. So overall, it's okay.
Connectivity, which I think we gave London a 10.
Yeah.
Which is wild because actually, step aside London, Bangkok is a true 10. Because unlike London...
You had a great point regarding this.
Unlike London, yes, London has a lot of low-cost airlines, but let's be honest, Oskar and I are not flying low-cost airlines at all.
We're not low-cost people.
We are high-budget divas these days. So in terms of that, paying for a business class or a premium economy ticket out of Thailand is usually such a good deal. Like Thailand or Bangkok specifically has some of the lowest premium fares in the world.
Hot tips.
Yeah, so if you compare that to London, where a business class ticket costs a fortune, because London is one of the most expensive cities in the world, Bangkok is a true 10, and there's direct flights to Africa, of course Europe, Australia, North America from Air Canada, and we won't consider United via Hong Kong legit, but a definite 10.
And so close to so many amazing places all around Asia that we love going to.
Exactly, so that's something to consider as well. We position a lot for different deals or different airlines. We're an hour and a half probably from KL, super close to Hanoi, Saigon, Hong Kong, so many other big hubs. Singapore is a bit further, but yeah, it's pretty awesome.
All right, next up is safety, which we ranked a 9. I don't know what would make a city a 10 in terms of safety. It's just like, obviously crime can still happen. So as long as there is that, you know,
there's always the chance.
There's also other things that are like, the sidewalks are like really rough to walk on, for example. So if you trip and like that, like that's also, I guess, baked into safety. But in terms of like crime and stuff, it's
then the climate is like quite, I guess, you can get really heavy flooding, earthquake.
I mean, so luckily that's very rare, but it...
Maybe a 9 for safety is very generous, like overall, but we just feel very safe here. I don't think there's any place in the world that is a true 10 besides maybe like, let's say you're living in the country.
I was gonna say, exactly.
Which we're not looking at.
As soon as you're in a big city, like you can't have a perfect 10. Should we lower it to an 8?
I think so.
Yeah, let's do that. Just okay, so it's an 8 apparently.
Yeah. Here is our lowest score for Bangkok. Even this is a bit generous.
To be, it actually is. Maybe we should lower this too. But proximity for nature, we put a 3.
Proximity to nature.
That's what I said. Proximity for nature. Proximity for nature. Proximity for nature.
We put a 3.
Yeah.
Bangkok has parks, but even those aren't really nature.
As we saw.
Yeah.
It's like not the real deal, and then you can never get fully removed from the pollution and from all the traffic noise and stuff like that.
Yeah, and it's really far. It's so funny. We were talking to some people who live here, and they're like, "Oh, it's like an hour or 2 hours to the beach to nature." And we're like, "An hour or 2 hours?"
Yeah. And they're
What
like,
are you
"Oh, by
talking
plane."
Yeah, yeah.
Which is like, I mean, that's a good point. Like, you can fly very, very quickly to like some of the most amazing like nature spots in the world, arguably. But I wouldn't consider that as like proximity to nature.
I would honestly say 2.
Yeah,
because
we're gonna
at
lower
least
this
there's
to a 2.
parks.
We need to be very strict with ourselves on this one. Cost of living, however, we put a 9.
Yeah, and I know some people will disagree and say that Bangkok has become expensive, but compared to the places we're looking at living, Bangkok is incredibly affordable.
Yeah.
It's much cheaper than Singapore, for example.
And not to be forgotten, value for money is a huge point in this. Like, if you were looking at like rents in many of the like nicer condos here, it wouldn't be super cheap necessarily, but what you get for that money is astronomically so much better than what you would get anywhere in the West, for example. So,
and there's a lot of like savings in everyday life. Taxes for now are not that bad, so all of those things go into that. Availability, convenience, and entertainment. We had a bit of a debate about this, but we ended up giving it 8, mainly on the availability and convenience side. So the availability of different products, the convenience of Bangkok is incredible. Getting everything delivered, you can have everything done at home. It's so smooth in that sense.
And even with entertainment, like, we were very pleasantly surprised to hear from some viewers actually that many of the musicals, for example, that travel to Bangkok come and they perform in English.
Which is kind of crazy because like, why is it targeting? I guess it's because the demographic, unfortunately, that is going to these shows is English speaking, even if they're Thai. And then there's obviously movies in English. There's a million activities to do, which
exactly. That is a huge part.
Culture and values. We put a 9. Which I would say it's almost a 10. There's just some like things we don't know that will probably lower this for us, which is why we're putting a 9. I mean, obviously Thailand is a completely different culture from where we're from, for good and bad. But there will be some things, I'm sure, if we lived here, where we'd be like, what? But that's what it's like anytime you move abroad. And so this is where we include people, basically.
Well, okay, actually people was part of this category originally, but it felt kind of harsh to like judge a city or a country's people.
I mean, we just have to say that obviously anyone who's been to Thailand knows that Thai people are some of the loveliest people in the world. Generalizing, but most of them are so friendly, and so smiley. And
so laid back and like not uptight about stuff.
And they're always up for a laugh. So like that makes you more happy. It makes you more smiley. And it also makes everyone else who lives here more smiley and happy as well. Besides the guy we met at the gym just now, but everyone else.
And of course, not to mention like the inclusivity that's here, and also the recent developments on same-sex marriage, all that kind of stuff.
And of course, let's just mention that not only for gay people and lesbians, it's so inclusive, but also for trans people. It's just so nice to be somewhere that isn't
caught up in all the bullshit.
Caught up with literally nothing. Like, why do you care? They embrace it. You see people with all types of gender expressions everywhere, and no one cares. In fact, it's sort of celebrated that you can just be who you want to be. It's just lovely. It's so heartwarming.
It's really the way that the world should be. Like, in many ways, like, that's just what it is. It's so natural here.
Exactly. Like, people who want to be themselves can be themselves. And I don't see why anyone would want to stop someone from being themselves. So,
amen to that.
Food scene, we put 9 out of 10.
He wanted to put a 10 out of 10, but I was like, you know what? We can't just throw out 10s like this.
10s across the board.
You need to really deserve a 10, and I feel like it's more of a 9 because it's really amazing, and Thai food is obviously great, but it doesn't have
great is like an understatement.
Okay, it's fantastic, astronomically phenomenal. Yes, that's a great word. But it doesn't have all the variety necessarily that
High quality cuisine from every country, in the
That's-
world, which you would
yeah.
get in New York, for example.
For example.
Did we? I don't think we gave New York a 10 though.
we gave London a 10.
But we also have to consider the price because
That's
you
true.
can eat anything you want in New York or London, but in Bangkok you can eat maybe not quite everything you want at
Yeah.
the same quality, but the pricing is
Yeah.
so much more reasonable.
True.
So I mean that was anyway, it's a 9.
Yeah.
Ease of integration 7.
And we need to explain this a bit because obviously we're never going to be able to become Thai, you know, in the true sense of that word. But the amazing thing about Bangkok and the reality here is that like any place we're looking at moving to has to be a sort of cosmopolitan type of place with a lot of international people.
Or we know so many Thai people who have lived abroad
Yeah.
or studied abroad. Like these are the types of people obviously who it's easier to make friends with initially as an expat.
And there's
also
so
because
much
they
of that.
speak English.
Yeah.
So in that sense, I think it would be quite easy to integrate. The only places where like it's a 10 out of 10 to integrate are English speaking countries,
Yeah.
and that's the truth. Everywhere else, it will be a challenge just because of the language. Finally, family environment. So
is
that's
exciting.
schools, medical services.
Yeah.
We have given that an 8 out of 10. Everything besides the air quality, the streets, and the proximity to nature
Yeah.
is a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
The medical services, the convenience and services.
I mean, as we saw, there's so many fun things to
Yeah,
do with
so many
kids all
educational
around.
and
Yeah.
developmental things.
Yeah.
So all of that is a 10. It's just that if you picture your perfect place to grow up as a kid, it isn't in a massive, polluted concrete
Yeah.
jungle.
With AC everywhere, you know, like that's not
Exactly.
the ideal situation, but
Everything else is
Everything
so
else is great.
good,
Yeah.
seemingly. So we have to give that 8. Yeah,
You wish it was a 10.
no, that gets a 10.
Yeah,
but
everything else
it's
gets a 10.
overall an 8. So the total score for Bangkok is
76, which puts it actually way ahead of any other place that we ranked so far, which is so
what's
funny.
the second highest?
The second highest is Scotland at 72.
I love how we just said Scotland. Now,
Yeah, we were mainly ranking like Edinburgh area
Yeah.
back then. We didn't want to say that specifically.
so anyway, 76 points for Bangkok.
It's pretty good. We didn't set out to try to make this good of a score. It just so happened.
As you can tell, we had to convince ourselves to go down a bit
Yeah.
to maybe be as realistic and harsh as possible. So
Yeah.
Thailand, Bangkok in the lead. Let's see if anything can beat this.
Yeah, I'm actually excited to see if anything can beat it. So until we see you in the next one, see you
Around the world.
What?
Swedish mustard.
Wait, we're right across the street from IKEA. They didn't have it there,
Yeah,
but
what the hell?
oh my gosh.
Okay, that is amazing.